You're on a path in the woods.
Oh.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
The music is a little different and a little more distorted or discordant.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be...
Okay. I like this. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
There's a slightly different voice now, and it's no longer the hero's a skeptic. Oh yeah. Now this is giving me Disco Elysium vibes.
I'm inclined to agree.
Oh no, there too.
If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? A great question.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Okay, let's not be that kind of guy.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is
no,
honestly
that is
all
what
the
you
more
did.
reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
Sure, I thought he was talking about me, that I forced the princess to kill us. But no, he was talking about the narrator.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll...
Oh, crap. Return. Oh, I guess I'll read it. So, but this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you say I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
That's really funny.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Great question.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Honestly, I don't know.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
The narration is great. For every character, the skeptic, the hero, the narrator, and the princess.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
That's amazing, the four of us. So narrator, voice of the hero, voice of the skeptic, and the actual player.
You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
I still want to continue this conversation. I want to get as much as I can from this narrator.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. And all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? But no, this is what I want to know. Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Yeah, if people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
I don't believe you.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Don't fall for that. He's playing into your ego.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Exactly.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Wait, see. The only reason, you're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
I don't trust her either. Neither of you are, like, characters that I particularly trust. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. And all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything.
Thank you.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Oh? Check my pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The evidence," written across the front.
Dude, what am I? I am not like human at all. I'm like some kind of reptile creature or swamp thing. The evidence. What's in here?
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
That's hilarious. Yeah, just ask the narrator. Okay. So give me some proof. And because the narrator's a narrator, I think they can just like summon up whatever they want. And maybe this is what I asked for. So they literally just said, here it is. Amazing.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Also, this is very Memento-like.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Correct.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Alright, let's go.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed in.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, we know.
She will lie.
We know.
She will cheat. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
Yes, they did.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Okay. In we go.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Mm-hmm.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor. The blade is your implement.
Gimme. You didn't say, oh, I like that they give you new things to say. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Oh.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Obviously. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone.
What?
If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Ooh. I like this. I'm having a lot of fun with this. This whole cabin is different than last time. Let's ignore that. Let's just grab the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult here. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
I wonder if this is one of those games that if it repeats dialogue, it lets you skip it. Let me see if I can figure that out. Huh? Doesn't seem like I could, so. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Maybe it's a different princess.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Down we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Wait a minute. This is different. There aren't any like cobblestones on the ground, and the coloring is different too. And I don't remember these torches. Ooh.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Even what she's saying is a little different.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
This is mighty different.
So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Uh-huh.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Uh-huh. Honestly, should I just go with trying to slay her right away? Part of me wants you to see what happens. See if it resets, if it goes to another chapter. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. I want to sit with her because I just want to know more. But part of knowing more is also trying to find out what happens if you do just slay the princess. So I'm gonna quick save. I'm not gonna save scum. I'm telling myself, I have to tell myself over and over again, you're not gonna do it. Don't save scum. Just live with whatever choices you make. So let's do it. I'm sorry. This is probably gonna be very bloody.
Without a moment of hesitation, you charge the princess, your blade primed to deliver a lethal strike.
Do you think these chains take away my saying things? I said no.
What?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Oh shit. He's a fighter.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Dude, good for you. But also, I'm dying.
The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
Oh, man.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her.
I mean, we were, though.
I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed? I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Let me do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit. I'm going to commit. Let's do it.
You steel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart.
I'm sorry.
The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge.
Oh, shit. She knows. She knows that this happened before.
Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
Oh, no. Will she remember now?
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved.
Dispatch a prisoner.
Whenever you're ready,
rational.
you can proceed to your reward.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I don't like this. It was too easy.
Same.
It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably.
Notice how my mouse pointer is now the dagger, where before I think it was just a finger, like scratching with a claw. Huh.
Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now. You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises? It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone.
I really don't like the narrator.
And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here. Fine, but if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Very fair.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here. The windows. Do you see that?
And
we
the
used to be
walls.
able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
I don't remember that.
The door. Check the door.
Is it locked? It's not.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What?
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
Amazing.
Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I don't. I never did.
Like hell it is.
I don't know. It's kind of better. Yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you.
Huh.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
So, killing the princess seems to destroy the world. And if we keep her alive, the narrator's saying that the world is going to end or that we're all going to die. But now I'm starting to believe or think that the princess being alive just means that the world continues existing and we continue just living our lives. And then we just die. And the narrator's just tricking us. Dude, fuck this narrator.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Yeah, I don't want to let him win. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. What do you suggest? I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm going to accept my reward now. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I want to... Oh, shit. No. Well, let's see what our skeptic says. What do you suggest then?
We still have a blade.
Yeah.
Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
I knew it.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
I have a feeling that this is going to be the last, like the only choice that we get, but I want to see what else. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
But we're not happy. He's just telling us that we are. I can tell you for a fact that I'm extremely unhappy right now.
Yeah, what he said.
I don't want to die again.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it. More
What was that
happy
in the
time
background?
passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
So there was something in the background when the narrator was speaking last time. Kind of sounded like something grinding or some kind of wheel. It sounded weird. Or metal.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
You really don't want to be
shit.
happy, do you?
I just got an achievement for having the voice ruining my happy ending. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. The narrator's basically evil. Another GLaDOS. You really don't want to be happy?
You know what you have to do.
Oh gosh. Is there really no other way? Because I don't want to use the blade on myself.
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
Oh man. No, we're not gonna do that.
Don't apologize. I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you sorry? Your body lurches as your heart suddenly stops beating.
What?
Are you killing us?
Oh no.
You'll forgive me eventually.
Oh no. Oh no.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
It turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after your heart stops beating. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.